This is in no way my attempt to justify my comic book obsession. And this story, I really like. Artwork, the storytelling. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Pull List, your source for all things comic book and comic book related on YouTube. My name is Travis. Let's talk about Miss Marvel. A few months ago I read a headline on some comic book website about how this Miss Marvel was going to be Marvel Comics' first Muslim superhero to headline her own comic book. And to be honest, I kind of groaned. Not because I have anything against Muslims. Au contraire, mon frère. Some of my best friends are Muslim. It's just that I know how comic book companies like to make their money, either by shock value or, hey, look at this thing we did it first. This thing that we did it first, before anybody else. First. This right here is the fourth incarnation of the character of Miss Marvel, and I really wanted to believe that Marvel Comics was not going to be pandering into the let's make Muslims human again, because Muslims are already human. I mean, why does there need to be a light shining on the look, everyone, it's a Muslim superhero. She's a superhero and she's Muslim. Isn't that weird? I mean, progressive? And I was worried that if they got this wrong, if there was any backlash, if they didn't get this perfect, it would blow up in Marvel Comics' face in the worst way possible. And let's be honest, with how they were selling it, it needed to be perfect. But in the weeks leading up to the release of Miss Marvel #1, I was sort of getting a feel for what Marvel Comics was going for. One Marvel editor was quoted as saying that they wanted to create a story for all the little girls out there who didn't see a version of themselves in pop culture or entertainment. The series starts off with 16-year-old Pakistani-American Kamala Khan, who longingly smells some bacon, which she describes as delicious infidel meat. And the story just dives right into the fact that yes, she is Muslim, this is her culture, but the way that it's told makes it very clear that she is just like any other normal teenager. And we get to know a lot about Kamala, who is quirky, funny, incredibly imaginative, but it also touches on issues that a lot of teenagers feel, such as feelings of isolation and sociological definitions of beauty. And the issue is full of characters to remind you of people you know, people who you've known in the past, and just it's unique but familiar at the same time. It's this really interesting mixture. Kamala is just an ordinary girl from Jersey City until she's empowered with these extraordinary gifts and abilities. There was an article that I read online that made the point of Aquaman. Aquaman is not many people's favorite superhero, clearly, but if there's a creative team together and they're doing a comic book on Aquaman, and the numbers sort of drop off and they start losing money, they will cancel the series. But Aquaman has been around for 73 years. Aquaman isn't going anywhere. If they cancel the series, they're just gonna come back later with another Aquaman series. Aquaman is here to stay. This Miss Marvel, however, she's female, she's Muslim, and she's new. There's no guarantee of her having a long shelf life, which means that this creative team has to be on the top of their game. But from what I've read so far, this story is incredibly fun. It is one of the best #1s of a superhero series that I've read in years. Miss Marvel is written by G. Willow Wilson and illustrated by Adrian Alfona, and you should definitely go to your local comic book shop and pick up a copy if you have not already. If you don't have any comic shops near you, you can still get issue #1 on eBay for like $3 plus shipping. Issue #1 came out in February and it will be a monthly series, and this is the issue that comes out tomorrow. So I want to know what you think. Will you check out Miss Marvel if you have not already? Why or why not? And if you have read it, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this series, a lot more than I previously thought that I was going to, and I'm really excited to see where it's gonna go from here. But that's all for this episode of The Pull List. Thank you for fueling my comic book obsession, and you will see me with another video tomorrow.